The next speaker is me. I guess you don't need me to introduce myself. You all know that I'm the founder of Entrepreneurgy. I've been training for 13 years now in 21 countries physically. Now I crossed more than 30 countries, including the virtual countries. People ask me, and actually I decided on the subject today because of my conversations the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks, many people asked me, Andre, how do you manage your time? How do you stay full of energy? Like everyone asks me, how do you wake up that early and you keep all your energy and you don't drink coffee and you don't drink energy drinks? And how do you keep your energy? And I have the secret tonight. Maybe it's for the first time I share it publicly. I usually share it in a Start Your Own Business program. Tonight, I'll share it with you. Do you want it? Just write me in the comments. Do you want it? Do you want to know how I can keep my time energized? That's what I will be sharing. Energizing your time as entrepreneurs. How can you really keep your energy doing whatever you do as an entrepreneur? In the comments, I want to know who are the entrepreneurs here who work more than 10 hours per day. If you work more than 10 hours per day, just write me how many hours you work per day. I can see everyone wants to know the secret and how to do it. If you work more than 10 hours per day, write me in the comments how many hours per day. Meanwhile, I will be sharing my giveaway actually for Tony Mitri Hajj 14 hours. Oh my God. I used to be like that. Okay. So my session is about energizing time for entrepreneurs. As you can see, I'll guide you through the process. First, create a table. List the tasks that you do as an entrepreneur per month, like all months. And then calculate how long do you spend per month, per hour on each task. So that's the second column, time, hour per month. Then here comes the energy. How energized you are doing that task from 1 to 10. Like 10 means I'm so energized, I'm so excited to do it. Even if I'm sick, I will feel like full of energy doing this task. And I can tell you, for me, it's talking to you, training, going on stage. It's 10 over 10 for me. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how energized you are doing that task. List all the tasks, and then let me show you. Actually, the process is written here. So number 1, list the tasks that you do per month. 2, calculate the time it takes per hour during the month. 3, score your energy level when you have to do that task on a scale of 1 to 10. 4, highlight the tasks that scored less than 8 on the energy score. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, these tasks, highlight them. Research what are the highlighted tasks that can be automated or outsourced. And here I want to give you some tips on what you can automate and what you can outsource. Oh, I can see many, many people sharing how long they work per day on each task. Can you write me in the chat box, what are the tasks that do not energize you, like they score from 1 to 7, that you don't like to do actually, because if it's not 8, 9, 10, it means you don't like to do. Can you write it in the chat box? And I'll give you some tips and some resources on how you can automate or to who outsourcing these tasks. Write me in the chat box, I'll get back to it. Now I'll go back to step number 6. So after you define the tasks that you can automate and outsource or outsource, group the tasks that can be delegated to someone with a defined profile. When I say defined profile, I mean maybe you need someone who's good in digital marketing, and the same person can manage your social media, create your posts, engage your community, maybe reply to your emails, check your inbox for inquiries. Maybe this is one profile, okay? It can be something else. How long are you working on these tasks? So when you group the tasks that can be delegated for one profile, like one person, maybe your administrative tasks, writing proposals, invoices, following up with your clients, replying to emails that are like the same every time, same reply, many others, organizing your office work. So this can be for one person, administrative assistant, for example. How long are you working on these tasks? And let's give an example. Like most of you, you just mentioned in the comments that most of you work more than 10 hours per day. So 10 hours per day, it means like if you're working 5 days, and I expect you're working 6 and sometimes 7. So if you're working 5 days per week, it's 50, and times 4, it's 200 hours per month. Let's expect that 40 hours of what you're doing are going to administrative tasks. So number 7, how long are you working on these tasks? That's 40 hours. Multiply the number of hours with the value of your 1 hour of productive, profitable time. And what do I mean by productive, profitable time? Like for me, as a trainer, because I have many hats, so as a trainer, my profitable, productive time is actually when I'm delivering the training and when I'm designing or creating the training material. So that's productive and that's profitable. How much do I value my time? Some people don't know how to value their time, because I've asked many business owners and entrepreneurs about that. That's why I will jump into this exercise. I give a very simple exercise. It doesn't have to give you an accurate value, but it gives you an estimation. So option 1, how much are you willing to pay someone who takes over your place in your company? Like taking over your place specifically, okay? If I want to give another trainer my tasks, like as a trainer, how much will I pay for him? So if you are doing, for example, if you're the graphic designer, you do the design or the branding, or how much would you pay for someone to take over your place? Divide that salary by 4 weeks, then by 40 hours, because normal working hours are 40, not 50, and not more, not 60, because I see 12 hours per day. You get the hourly rate for your employee. So let's say, for the sake of calculation, 4 weeks times 40 hours, that's 160 hours. And let's expect that you would pay $3,200 for that person. It means your hourly rate is $200. Generally, business owners hire employees who get them 5 times return on investment. So multiply the answer. I said 200, it's 20, okay? $20. Multiply the answer in B by 5. So 20 times 5, it's $100. And this is the minimum value of your hourly rate. So now we have the $100. If you remember the 40 hours on administrative tasks, it means you are spending $4,000 of productivity on tasks that most probably you can hire someone for $1,000 to do. Do you agree? Just write me in the comments. Let me see your comments. Do you agree? Do you agree that you can easily delegate it for someone to do it in maybe $1,000 per month, and you have been spending $4,000 on it? Another option, I'll do it quick. If you want to calculate your hourly rate, what would be your salary if you were still employed by now? Maybe it's, let's say, $5,000. Then go through the steps of B, C, D. So Marlene says yes, Hassan thumbs up. Let me continue. If the number in step 8, which was actually $100, is equal to at least 3 times the salary of the qualified person to handle your tasks, 3 times, it means you need to delegate it and hire someone to get to it. Actually, I can see some lines are not complete on this PDF. I'll arrange it and then send it to you. When you free yourself from the delegated hours in step 7, make sure, let me show you the original file, by the way, so you can have all the tasks done here. Okay, here's my Excel sheet. Check it again. So here you have okay. So step number 9. If the number in step 8 is equal to at least 3 times the salary of the qualified person to handle the group of tasks in step 6, then search for and hire this new employee. Then delegate these tasks to them. You will find yourself giving them more tasks because now you have someone who can handle more than you were handling alone. And they will end up generating more hours for you to do the tasks that energize you and get you the real value of your hour. Number 10, when you free yourself from the delegated hours in step 7, make sure, and this is very essential, it's my advice for every entrepreneur, for every business owner, make sure you put 1/3 of this time in your work-life balance time, which means with your family, with your friends, your hobbies, and anything that can fuel your energy to come back to work with positive spirit and motivation to keep the momentum. That's my giveaway. And actually also, this is my main source of energy, because what I do actually is delivering and actually doing the tasks that energize me only. So find a way to automate, to outsource, and to do only what energizes you, and automate, outsource, and delegate all the tasks that don't energize you. I hope this is clear for you. If you have any questions, I can see Yusuf saying not at the start, later when business is set. Yes, I totally agree. That's why I said, actually, when you are working 10, 12 hours per day, it means when you are working, it means that you started to be fully booked. I can't expect that your time is not scheduled in a way that you are not generating profits or you are not generating sales. So please make sure when you do this, you are already generating sales. You are already selling. Good. I can see many comments in the chat box. I promise to give you some tools or some resources to help you outsource or automate what you are doing. Number one, I used that platform in 2014 for my podcast, along 2015 also. ifttt.com. Just go ifttt.com. Electricity went off. So ifttt.com, you can automate a lot of tasks. For me, when I started publishing my podcast, every time I had a podcast published, it went directly on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and many other platforms, so people can see what I published. Also, that's number one. Number two, it's Zapier, Zappier. Go to Zapier, you can automate a lot of tasks. And for my meetings, I use Calendly, like calendar, but Calendly, L-Y at the end, calendly.com. And you can see, if you have ever booked a meeting with me, of course, I sent you my Calendly link. So you can check when I'm available, so you can book my time for our call. Other things that you can outsource, you can outsource your deliveries for Wakilni. You can outsource a lot of tasks for letsbot.io. I'm going to send it also with the resource. And you can outsource a lot of administrative tasks, for example, answering your phone, getting bookings, calling people, to Bubleik.com. Bubleik, Bubleik.com. So for me, that's it.